All right, so you got a
I'm not trying to be a jerk.
You got a medical condition, so we're good.
Then I'll be able to get like $8,000 worth of inventory.
Nah, if it was tag, I would have just said.
And a new computer.
Hit up some excuse. We're good. You got me. Are we in? Are we in the shot? We're all in the shot because the table's a little off center. So Tag, move over a little bit. Let her move a little bit more in.
This way?
Yeah, move over that way. Just a little
Really?
bit.
It looks even.
No, it's not even. Because if it was even, she would be directly in the middle of the.
Well, you got fucking eyes like that?
Yeah, the camera's right there.
I'm looking at that one though.
This one right there.
That I can give you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, to me that's it.
What the fuck?
You get it. Now it's like we always say. Just bring it like.
Air loading time. What the fuck is going on? Did you
Yeah, because mine's
get my tag on that?
12 years old.
I think so. Yeah, it says Ricardo Nieves tagged you.
Can you
Why did a photo?
put like?
Okay. All right.
People do some sick stuff.
That's sick.
Found
That's
it.
about as sick as you can get.
It wasn't her ex-boyfriend, it was her roommate.
It don't matter. It's still sick.
It is. Oh, I wasn't saying that made it any less sick.
That's still sick.
I'm gonna restart my phone.
And they caught her. That was what happened.
Congratulations to your daughter.
Thank you.
She graduated high school.
Yes, you
I
did.
know
3
you're
more to go.
happy.
I was very ecstatic.
I know
3
you're
more to go.
happy.
3 more to go.
What
If I can get them all to graduate, I think I did a pretty decent job.
We're gonna wait for Julio. We want to get started.
Who? Wait for who?
Yeah,
All right,
let's
take
get
care,
going. You
guys.
ready, Justin?
Take care.
Give them the countdown. You're in a different. You guys have to make up a story where you're at tonight.
Make up a story.
Background check.
It's easy.
Yeah, we're in the Bronx.
All right.
Is that the Bronx or is that Manhattan?
That's Manhattan.
That's Manhattan. That's the
Manhattan.
Manhattan skyline.
That's Manhattan. So
You can see
tonight,
you can see Manhattan from the Bronx.
welcome to the Real Talk 360. We are in Manhattan.
See the
But
skyline?
we're in the Bronx.
Actually, I think we're in the Bronx, looking at Manhattan.
Looking, yeah, Manhattan is behind
Or we could
us.
say we're in Brooklyn. We were that
actually in
one day,
Bronx.
looking
Or
across the
we could
skyline
be in
from the
Brooklyn.
Hudson.
We could be in Jersey.
We could be in your bedroom right now.
Why don't you decide where we are? But we know
We're
that
in your basement or your kitchen.
We're at Real Talk 360 right now, so I want to welcome you back to another show. We're a few minutes
really
late.
at her house.
We're a few minutes late, but we're here. We're here. What did Kanye say? Kanye say, what did he say?
Started from the bottom now.
No,
we're
that's
here.
not Kanye. That's
Drake.
Drake.
Oh, my bad.
No.
Even I know that fool.
You can tell somebody didn't listen to rap music.
I'll figure it out. But regardless of the fact, we're here late, better late than never.
We're late by like
your host-
9 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine, but it's still late.
It's nothing. It's not
still
late.
late.
You're late every week.
It's your host Julio, the beautiful and dashing. You like the way I said that?
I like
Beautiful
that.
and dashing, Veronica Dasher, and that guy.
Tag.
Tag.
Did you really just call it dashing? I'm fucking dashing. I'm dashing.
I guess you are. He's dashing.
He's an 8.
She's Veronica.
Oh, I went down. I'm an 8.
No, you
I
always
told
were
you,
eight.
you were always an 8.
You said I was a 10.
was-
No, you said you were a 6.
I said I was a
you were
6.
an 8.
You
She
said I was
never
a
said
10.
you was an 8.
Never said you
Never
were-
you were 10. Never said you were a 10. You was
I
an 8.
said you were an 8.
Whatever. Let's just
You're an 8.
continue. I don't want to talk to them.
So, welcome back. Another edition. We're here live, broadcasting from somewhere in the Bronx, looking back at Manhattan. Last week, we had
Keep looking at me.
Mercedes Vasquez on the show, and hopefully anybody that caught it got to see someone who's really gifted at what she does, doing something that she really
How do you
does.
win a championship belt without going in an arena and fighting somebody? In any sport, even wrestling. She got a
That-
freaking belt.
That says a lot. That says a lot. What did you think of? Oh, you weren't here.
I wasn't.
And I wanted you to be here.
I'm sorry,
weren't
but
here.
congratulations to Mercedes.
Yeah,
Knowing you for most of my life, and I'm very proud of you. I
And,
speak for all of us.
Make sure you guys come out this Saturday,
This
Pretty Girl
Saturday.
Production.
8 o'clock. Promotions, same difference.
Promotions, my
Pretty
bad.
Girl Promotions, PGP.
I'm just messing up tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to figure this out. But shouts out to her. Shouts out
I
to
distract
the
her a lot.
Throwdown at the Armory
It's my
too.
dashing looks.
It's going to be on Saturday at 8 p.m.
Armory.
The weigh-in is on Friday at 7 p.m. And I think it's at the Comfort Inn in Henrietta. That's where it's at.
She told me, but I was somewhere
You
else.
weren't paying attention.
I was, but I wasn't.
You weren't paying
I
attention.
was, but I
You
wasn't.
weren't paying attention.
I was
So-
not
He
focused.
was not focused. You gotta listen and focus. So I've been training my reps this week. Listen and focus. So here we are. Thank you for joining us last week. Thank you for joining us this week. And with no further ado, let's get right into it. So, hashtags. Go ahead, Tag.
I want to hashtag life right now. I just really
We
want
hashtag life every week, though, but that's
I just got to,
hashtag
man.
life.
I
But
love
why are you
life.
hashtagging life?
Right now, baby mama's still trying to threaten me, and I'm just like, brush it off the shoulders, man. I'm not even.
Can you elaborate on the threats?
Nah, I'm not gonna elaborate on it. Just
Nonsense?
Just nonsense, man. And it used to bother me, but she used to be that button. I used to tell people there's only one person that could piss me off for 2 words, and you can't do that no more. I'm done. I'm good. Life.
So, hashtag moving on and hashtag leaving the nonsense behind.
Hashtag my daughter graduated yesterday. She had to do a couple classes in summer school. I know it's odd in August, but she had to do a couple classes in summer school.
No, it's not odd.
But she
guess when I graduated.
In summer school?
Yes.
But let me tell you, they never did summer school graduation until last year, and they had a handful. Van White was there. He said this is the biggest graduating class in Rochester.
And you know,
over 250 students.
Real quick.
Wow.
No,
it was
a lot
crazy.
more than that.
Huh?
I think it was a lot more.
I was there.
I think the news said like 1,000.
Yeah, right. The news said 1,000? No, there was over 1,000 people there. It was crazy. Like they weren't prepared for that.
The reason why I bring that up though is because you know that they're not counted into the graduation rate for the city school district. So when the city school district says we only graduated 23%, they're not counted in that.
Oh.
The only way that you're counted in the graduation rate is if you go from 9th grade to 12th grade the way it's supposed to be, and then you graduate.
That's a bad way to count that shit.
Yeah, that's what makes the numbers not exactly what they are, because you said 250.
No, but I'm talking about that day yesterday. At Franklin, there was over 250 students that graduated from different schools, obviously.
Yeah, but that won't get counted into the actual graduation rate.
That sucks to be them because...
That can make a huge difference.
Absolutely, that sucks to be the school district because they're making themselves look bad when they should count that in.
Oh yeah, they should.
My daughter only
then
two
if they-
classes.
they're probably
but that's the way it is throughout the United States. You cannot count it unless it's successive 4 years.
So,
You can't count it.
where do those kids fall in? They got to fall somewhere.
They don't fall into the graduation rate, and there's no post-graduation rate. It's just the graduation rate.
Yeah, you guys better
That's
get your
it.
shit together. That's all messed up.
But that's the
my
way
daughter
it is.
graduated.
That's the
So
way it
did
is across the
250
country.
other plus kids.
And so did I. So definitely hashtag all the graduates that still went through it, because a lot of them would have quit. A lot of them would have said, well, I didn't make it. I'm not walking the stage.
Like if you
with
were
my
told like
peers.
you got to go to
I'm
summer
out.
school for gym just to graduate,
And that's what it is.
no doubt. But you did it, right?
That's what
You
it
would
is.
have to do that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You got to. So what else? Hashtag the legends of hip hop.
Oh
Hashtag-
yes, please. Can we all have?
Hashtag-
Oh, you weren't there.
Did you go?
You weren't there. Oh, you can't even sit next to me.
well,
The most
you go?
classic moment of my life. I said hashtag I want to live there forever.
You could have probably brought the kids.
People
And
brought
still had
some of
a
the
good
kids.
time.
The little boy that came with the little breaking outfit.
I'll show you the picture later on, because
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
want to
I
spend that
see
much
it.
time looking for it. Tiger spent that much time looking for it.
No, I'm telling you, I don't have to spend that
you
much
gotta
time.
see
Can I put everything in albums, homie?
Oh, you got albums. I
Yeah,
don't
legends.
I haven't,
Nice.
I haven't mastered.
You know what? That's good.
Look at
That's
that. That's how fast I found it.
Yeah.
He had to be what, 3, 4?
Yeah, he was there chilling. He was there chilling. So,
Classic.
hashtag
I
real
love
hip-hop.
I love real hip hop. I love how everybody came out aesthetically looking correct to the genre. No problems. I heard it was one little thing and it was taken out in a matter of seconds, I guess between the security or something. But I heard about it through someone else. I didn't see anything. It was so memorable that I'm telling you I wanted to live there forever.
Oh no, it felt like, Veronica, I know you don't listen to rap music, but did you ever listen to hip hop music growing up?
Oh, yeah.
Eric B. and Rakim, Big Daddy Kane.
She's on the Chubby Checker
And all
side
that.
with the Chub Rock and
No, she was
Hammer
Michael
Days.
Jackson.
I'm with both
She
of
Michael
those.
Michael Jackson
Well,
all
I'm
day.
with all
Which is
those.
nothing wrong with that. Hashtag
With
real
Elias over here.
music. Hashtag real music. But this was like it was like a big house party.
Yeah.
It was a big house party at like your favorite uncle's house. It was like a backyard party, but multiplied by.
Imagine your uncle owning a stadium and said, "This is my birthday. This is what I want." And you're rich. Your uncle's rich. He'll do anything for you. And you say, "You know what? I want these artists, and I want to invite all my friends."
So hang out.
And
I want them to
your
dress up.
stadium.
And I want it to be an 80s theme night.
In a stadium. A stadium, all right?
Like
Not
this is like a Sweet 16. You know, you ever watch
no,
the show on
no,
MTV?
Kind of, but no, because
I mean, some people
folks.
some people would spend crazy
Oh
money.
no, I'm using the analogy.
But yeah, definitely.
Okay.
That type of feel. It felt like, I mean, it was just great. We were there. We got there about 1:20, 1:15 in the afternoon. Right?
Yeah.
We were there at 10 o'clock. And it didn't feel like, honestly, I didn't feel like I was there almost 10 hours.
It did to me.
Good.
Towards the end, it did. Because
I didn't feel
them
like
beers caught up, and I was like,
Your feet were hurting again?
well, you know, I
You
wore
went
Adidas
in.
with the fat laces, and I didn't have no real
Adidas didn't really
shoe
have
support.
the support.
I didn't have the real shoe support.
weren't worn
So
for
I'm walking. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't keep walking like this. You know, at first they were comfortable because they were brand new, but then I'm like, okay, let me just stay in for a little bit, have a drink. You know, I didn't try to move too much, and then I tried to move, and then I went back and forth. I mean, all I know is that I had a phenomenal time.
It was great.
Phenomenal.
And we'll talk about it a little bit more later on, but let's get to the Facebook call-outs real quick.
All right.
So, let me
You
see
know,
what
a
we
few
got.
years ago, I
Go ahead.
actually threw an old school hip hop theme party for my ex-husband.
Okay.
And so I got the.
You were actually married?
Yes, I was.
Somebody married you?
Yep. And I divorced him. So
Alrighty.
we had to backtrack.
Sounds like
with
he
him.
won.
Nah.
That's a whole nother segment.
Eh.
That's a whole nother
I
segment.
had the backdrop with his face airbrushed on it,
Nice.
and we all dressed up in old school clothes. It was a surprise party. We had a
Okay. cabin
out in Brighton, so I had his Adidas tracksuit ready to show,
Nice.
toes to go with it. It was really fun.
Nice. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Because you're like,
I can
what,
respect
21, right?
I can respect that. I can respect that.
Or either 21
So-
or 51. You just missed the whole era.
So the first thing I see is, of course, you know, our little
that-
Facebook post there for the
Oh,
Real
that's
Talk
not you.
360. Got my god sister Stephanie, who fell into the wave of the, and we're going to talk about the ice bucket challenge.
The ALS challenge.
The ALS ice bucket challenge. Britt
Oh, this dude right here.
Oh, yeah, you gotta watch it.
So if you
gotta watch
are
it.
taking a look at my face,
Yeah, you gotta take your phone back because you're done. He'll be like, I love Ricardo Nieves more
With
than
all my heart.
you know,
Yeah, see, there you go. There you go.
dude right here.
Brittany, Brat Monroe, Mrs.
wanna
Monroe,
bite your arm off like a damn
Willie
zombie.
Monroe's wife, is having a debate with a friend. Do you guys think it's more wrong to ask for a gift or for someone to show up to a party or celebration without one? What do you think? Do you think it's better to ask for a gift straight up, or is it better to show up to a celebration and not even bring a gift?
I think if you show up, I mean, people need to understand. This is not the Kardashians. We live in different times. If someone comes to your event, you don't know the situation that they're going through financially. Be happy that they actually decided to put some clothes together, put time aside, and come to your event, because they could be anywhere. They could just say easily, I don't have no clothes, I don't feel good, I don't have no money to buy them a gift, nothing. But at least they show face. And to me, that's bigger than the gift.
That is
a gift.
I would agree with you. I would agree with you to a certain extent. But I'm going to be honest. I don't like that person that is humble, right? It's humble and say, you know what? I really can't afford to buy you a gift. But then walks up in the house like it's their party, grabs every single bottle of the most expensive liquor there is, gets drunk.
Well, they're not doing it right.
Gets drunker than everybody in the party that actually brought liquor, and then leaves on some like, oh, I got other things to do right now.
Well, that's me.
That I wouldn't like.
Well, that's
And
me.
if that's you, then
But see, you know what I do? I bring entertainment. I'm me. I make everybody laugh. I'm there for like 2 or 3 hours. I made you laugh. I drank your liquor. But now I got to go to the next party. I got to spread myself out.
Well, thankfully,
At least I came to your party. Be grateful. I could have charged you.
That's him, but he ain't gonna do that at my parties. So
What?
we're okay.
I saw somewhere in the middle of you all. I see where Tag is coming from, because you know, if it came down to it, if it was a good friend of mine and they didn't have it, I would prefer their presence and their company more than any gift they could give me.
Absolutely.
However, you do have those people. They're gonna come in. They're going to make a
moochers.
plate. They're going to take one with them.
And by the way, when I go to a party, I usually take my own bottle anyway, so I'm not mooching off of your stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
And
So
I
at
don't
least
do
you bring
drugs. I
something.
don't need your
Bring
drugs,
something.
so
At least you
I'll
bring
bring my own
something.
bottle.
But
Because
what I'm
most
talking
likely you
about-
don't have anything I want to drink.
What I-
You're not expecting to...
What I'm talking about, you can't get that. Well, he's gonna answer.
Johnny, is you calling me on the show?
So we're gonna keep
Are you
moving
watching
on.
the show right
We're gonna
now?
keep
I'm
moving
on the show right
Johnny
now.
felt some type of way about what we were just talking about, so I think he's
So,
calling in to talk about
We're gonna keep moving because we actually have an agenda.
Hold on,
here.
can we get a shout out to Johnny real quick?
shout out to Johnny?
Shout out to Johnny.
Shout out to Johnny.
Shout out to Johnny.
All right. So Millie Rosa, a good friend of mine, her daughter's turning 11 years old. So Tayana, God bless you. Happy birthday.
My boy Christopher Williams, who owns A Gamer's Nostalgia.
All right.
Family from Pennsylvania came to drop their kid off at RIT.
Then you need to text both me and Julio on
to
it.
get a taste of
Text it to us.
A Gamer's Nostalgia. So shout out to Chris Williams.
And I got to check that place out.
A double shout out to Chris Williams because he's on Team Udicci. He's the only person so far to pick up trash.
Text it to us. We'll put it up on the show.
I'm gonna have to, but I'm gonna have to. But then again, I haven't seen Team Udicci pick garbage up in the last week and a half.
Well,
so that happens.
After tonight's show, I'll explain
That,
why.
okay, that happens. So we'll keep moving along. Melissa Colon is in one of my deep cleaning moods, cleaning walls and windows.
You know what?
Melissa, what is it? Cleanliness is next to godliness. So thank you for being one of those women that are actually doing it above and beyond. Not just cleaning the surface, but you're cleaning the windows and cleaning other stuff that normally people don't pay attention
But
to.
Julio, not for nothing. Even though we're already 22 minutes into our show, running late. You mentioned Melissa. Much love to you, girl. You reminded me of the ALS Ice.
We got a
Bucket
whole
Challenge.
segment on that.
But I just want to say a shout out to that, and let's move on to the downtown thing because we have a lot to talk about there.
We do. But we know how we do. We always have a lot to talk about. I'd rather have a lot than a little. Just
Yeah,
like
but I'm
food,
like-
liquor, everything.
You know
else.
what it is? I can't get on my damn Facebook. What the hell's going on?
So because he doesn't get on his Facebook, he doesn't want to.
This is the third week in a row I'm having problems.
Oh yeah,
It's all about him.
always.
It's all about him.
I like how
It's all about him. I'm glad you've realized that.
you wouldn't last a week with me.
So
Excuse me, I had you on your knees when it was just me, you, and Jose.
On my knees.
On your knees. You kept looking over here like, what?
You
Aren't
had
you
me on
gonna
my
help
knees.
me?
First of all, I don't
Jose
get on
was
my
looking that
knees.
way.
I don't get on my. You know what? This is a PG
Had him
show.
on his
Let me.
knees.
yeah, he don't get on his knees for nobody
Yeah, nobody.
except for Alfredo. We'll talk about that.
Whoa.
Woo! Downtown parking garage.
What?
Downtown parking garage.
Whoa. What?
Alfredo.
What are you talking
We're gonna talk
about?
about Macho's place in a minute.
You're tripping right now.
All right.
You're tripping bad.
So, I don't know if you guys are onto the story. The downtown parking garage over on Clinton Avenue on East Main Street, just past Clinton Avenue, across from the new bus station. They have a parking garage there that for the last 2, 3, 4 years, homeless people have been going and sleeping in that parking garage at night.
The Sisters Garage?
I think it's called the Sisters.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty sure it is. Right across the street from the new.
Yeah, that's the
park-
Sisters one.
So
Site works there.
yesterday, they decided that they're going to actually close the gates.
Well,
And
not
they're
for nothing. They
enforcing-
should have done that a long time ago.
Oh yeah, they should have.
Don't let nobody be comfortable in your home when you don't want them there.
So in that situation there, I mean, what do you think about that? So where do they go now?
They need to go to the homeless shelter. I'm sorry. Call me unempathetic. Call me insensitive. Call me whatever you want. But I'm going to go back to what I said a few weeks ago or last week, whatever it is. Rochester has the most programs in the whole country, over 900 of them. There's no reason for your ass to be homeless, hungry, poor, nothing. There's plenty of opportunities out there. If you fell on hard times, we all fall on them. We all fall on them in different ways, different factions, whatever. Get your ass together. Get out the damn garage. Go to a shelter. Put your life together. With God, everything's possible.
I agree. Amen to that. But at the same time, I'm going to play devil's advocate. If I am a homeless person that's mentally challenged, who feels like every time I get around
Look,
somebody,
come on, man.
I'm
There's
gonna
more
hurt
programs for them than there is for the homeless.
I know, but this has nothing to do with the program. We're talking about the fact that I need to sleep tonight. That's what we're talking about. And I don't feel comfortable around other people because there was only like about 7 or 8 people that were sleeping over there. And I don't feel comfortable around other people because I feel like not only am I going to
You want to go there?
myself,
You want to
I'm
go
gonna
there?
hurt
3 or 4 days ago, right on Broad Street, I think it was. There's right by the expressway that was a 495.90. They even put a flag up to state that that was their land. And the cops came in and took them all out. There was like, I don't know, maybe someone was exaggerating that word, maybe 10, 15, 20 of them.
Okay.
They had tents and everything. They're there. They're around. There's places for you to go to. You don't have to be in a garage. There's other places for you to go to and sleep. We were in New York City back in June. People sleep everywhere. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother them, obviously. I mean, I took a lot of pictures, whatever. But I honestly, again, call me bad, call me a bad person, call me ugly. I don't feel bad for them because there's too many programs out there, especially in Rochester, to help them get on their feet. Now, the will in them to want to do better for themselves is a totally different story. Therefore, I do not feel bad for someone being in an environment such as Rochester with all the programs readily available to them for them to still continue living the way they do. I don't feel bad.
I'm 75% with TAG on this, 25% with you. 75% with TAG because I agree there are so many programs and resources out there.
Too many.
I graduated from AALDP, African American Leadership Development Program in 2013. And part of what they did was bring in a lot of different nonprofit organizations. And it opened my eyes to how many resources we have in the community.
Extremely
it also
too many.
opened my eyes to how many people are not using them effectively.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you know,
they're not.
I'm going to be a jerk for a second.
No, it's true.
When
though.
I look at my paycheck
true.
and I see how much money is being taken out for taxes, and you know, and where it's going, I'm like,
I'm gonna tell you another crazy thing.
I got something to say.
All these programs, you know how they staying around? They're fabricating numbers. I know this for a fact. They're fabricating numbers so they can stay alive. They're not serving people like that. It's impossible. There's not even that many people in Rochester to justify 900 plus programs and say you're serving that much of the community. It's impossible. We don't even have 1 million people in this city.
Now, I will say, to Julio's point, for the people that are mentally unstable, I do have a soft spot for them because even though there are resources out there, they may not be in the right frame of mind to go out and seek those resources.
Agreed.
And so, you know, maybe that's an area that should be looked at and figuring out how the outreach can happen for those individuals.
Agreed.
So,
all right. So we're good. So that's okay. That's okay. So the Mike Brown situation, young man that lost his life.
I get the gist of it, but
you still haven't freaking just read a CNN article since last week.
I've been watching the news. I read MSM all the day, but honestly, here's the thing. The only reason this shit is bigger now, I'm gonna tell you straight up and down, is because of the internet.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's only because of the internet.
Pretty obvious. The only reason why we're on TV right now is because of the internet.
The only reason Trayvon Martin and Michael Brown are huge right now is because of the freaking internet. Yeah. Because this has been happening for generations. For generations. But now because technology, when the public can do this now on an officer, now the world gets to see that on the internet. The World Wide Web. Again, it's the World Wide Web. But understand, this has been happening for generations.
It has.
We cannot be picking this and picking that and doing it because Michael Brown. I understand that. But this battle is much bigger than that. Much bigger. There's a state, I think it's Texas or a town in Texas, that they're supposedly they're mandated to wear cameras on their uniform now.
And their rates dropped dramatically.
Yes, I forget where it was at, but you're right.
And a situation like this is making it so that company that you just talked about that does those, I forgot their actual name, but their stock went up by like 150%.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
This week went up by 150%.
I believe it.
These
good cops, there's bad cops.
Thankfully for the web, thankfully for these situations being brought to light, it's bringing about some of this change that hopefully will make it so that this big, wide epidemic that's going on, this big issue.
I'm going to tell you right now, something big is going to happen. This is not big. No, this is something big law-wise, something really huge is going to... I'm talking about like riot type of thing. Like, if this... No, let me tell you something. If this would have happened in the Ronnie King days, this would have been completely different. I think they should have set more different laws. They put a couple laws in place, but honestly, the only thing they did for the Ronnie King thing was, acquit the, not acquit. Exactly. With the cops.
They paid him off, and then he freaking drowned in his.
But I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you right now, what's gonna happen is gonna be complete unrest one day. Something big is gonna happen where even the guard, no one's gonna be able to control the people because something big is gonna happen.
But how do you think? I'm gonna have to disagree with that because how do you think that's not gonna be able to get controlled when they can shoot you right on the spot? How's that gonna control? You come, yo, what the blah? You're dead now. What do you do? You're gonna shoot back? What are you gonna do? You shoot back?
No. See, but that's not what I'm talking about.
So what are you talking about?
I'm not talking about people acting uncivilized. Okay. I'm talking about people who are acting civilized and doing nothing. See, I don't know Trayvon Martin. I don't know Michael Brown. I don't know what they were doing. I was not there.
Got you.
I was not there.
Thank you.
But is there a lot of injustice? Dude, one time I had an argument with my aunt on Carter Street and up Skyline where Joe Pritchard's mom lives. Very quiet, nice street. I left my house crying. I was like 17, 18 years old. I was pissed off. And I was walking, a cop pulled me over, telling me that I fit the description of a person that stole a car. I'm like, I was cussing at him. I was like 17 years old, 16, whatever. I was pissed off, walking to my job to go DJ at the skating rink. I was heated. I had an emotional thing with my family. So I'm pissed off. I'm like, so he wants to see my ID, and I yelled back at him. I was like, emotionally, I didn't even care. You could arrest me, whatever. Pass me down, push me. I'm like, I don't care. Arrest me. I was at that moment. And then when he took my ID and he read me my shit, and he seen the way I was talking emotionally, he apologized to me. But that was after the fact that he harassed me. He profiled me. He profiled me, though.
But let me ask you 2 questions. I'm going to ask you one very blunt question. Were you not a car thief back then?
Not at that time. That was like 2 years before that.
2 years before that. Okay.
So 2 years after the fact, I stopped stealing cars. That was after the fact.
So,
I was doing good.
What I'm saying is
I was
profile-
working, living with my aunt. I had an argument with my family. I was walking up the street. And I'm talking about like maybe 40, 50 steps away from my aunt's house.
I respect that.
I
Trust me.
got 2 things to say about it. One is in terms of the police. Whenever they do positive things, there was an article I read not too long ago where a police officer had to take a young boy home. When the boy didn't want to go home when he asked him, he said, I don't like my life. I don't like where I live. The kid didn't have a bed. He didn't have clothes. The cop bought him bought him everything.
Yep.
But we choose not to spread that.
Well, what about the cop that pulled over the lady that was choking? The CPR or the Heimlich remover on her. I mean, cops, there's more good cops than there is bad cops.
But
unfortunately, when those bad cops act up,
they act up.
There's too many. No, it's not that they act up. It's that there's too many witnesses with this thing now.
No, that is true to a certain extent. But the autopsy revealed Michael Brown was shot 6 times.
That's crazy.
Shot 3 times in the head. One of the bullets went in through his eye, came down his jaw, lodged in his neck.
Do you know who's trained to do that? There's two demographics of people that are trained to do that. One is the military. The other one is the Secret Service. The police officers are supposed to be trained to wound, not kill.
That's what I'm saying.
Trained to wound. A shotgun here or a shot here in the leg. Not shot here or shot here. One abdomen, one leg. Not 3 shots in the head.
And that's where I think the biggest point is that, and also just to play devil's advocate, right? In your situation, in Mike Brown's situation, I don't care how much you detest police. I don't care how emotionally, you're very emotional. If somebody that is in law enforcement tells you to do something, what is the problem with doing it?
No.
As long as he ain't saying, come
over
here, bow down, and lick my feet.
Now
that's disrespectful.
Let me clarify.
Give me your ID.
First of all, I was 16, 17 years old. I was a wildcat, and I didn't give a shit.
Yeah, Mike Brown.
I'm 38. And for many years,
18.
not just recently, but for many years, I've been a law-abiding citizen. If I get pulled over as yes officer, no officer, and speak will only be spoken to.
Exactly,
that's it.
Exactly. So the point I'm making is,
I agree with you on that.
Martin, Mike Brown, a lot of these individuals.
The young people, they were probably never
But
taught.
hold on, you can't put Trayvon Martin in that category because George Zimmerman wasn't a police officer.
No, he wasn't.
And he was told to stop following the boy.
No, I respect that. I'm not gonna go.
Yeah, I had to bring that in.
But it's just a situation. What I'm saying is, it's still, you had an authority figure who wasn't. I don't think he was worth the authority that he was supposedly given his neighborhood to watch. But it was someone that was older than him. I'm pretty sure that if I was Trayvon Martin, I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, you know what?
He was skinny and slanky.
Nobody.
Imagine your son, Jonathan. He's not a big dude, not yet. Imagine you being George Zimmerman. Being he's a hefty dude. Why would you even bring a gun out to a knife fight?
I respect that.
Why would you do that? How scared are you with a kid with a hoodie on? Now, if the dude was looking buff, or it was dark, and it wasn't that dark.
But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna profile and we're gonna pick and choose.
But they've been profiling forever.
I got you.
The very nature of him following Trayvon Martin was him profiling.
Should have never happened.
I'm gonna say one thing. I was culturally profiled for about 6-7 years.
We're still culturally profiled.
No. When I say culturally, in a different culture, because of the tune-up car things. The Fast and the Furious. My car. Remember my car? Yeah. I used to get pulled over 2 to 3 times a week. Because I look too young and too flashy to drive a car that nice. I was getting pulled over for no damn reason all the damn time. And the excuse was I had no front plate. But that was the excuse to pull me over, because if that's your ticket, then give me that ticket. Don't ask me questions. Don't look my background. Just give me my ticket and don't pull me out the car, put me in cuffs because I'm driving a nice car. But I had asked Johnny. I got pulled over 2 to 3 times a week, every week. For 3 months a year.
Same thing used to happen to me when I had my Mustang. But I respect that. But what I'm saying is that sometimes we need to just say, hey, you know what? Freeze. I'm a freeze.
See, I learned that a long time ago.
And then I'm gonna.
One thing you're not gonna do is win with is the cops.
Issues later. Not to say that what happened to Mike Brown, what happened to Trayvon Martin was happening to people all around the world right now. They brought it upon themselves because I don't believe that they did at any point. But it's always playing devil advocate and say, well, you know what? Had these individuals, especially with Mike Brown, with that situation. Now we have videos that came out. Once again, it doesn't allow someone to do what was done to him. But they have video footage of him like 20 minutes before, 30 minutes before, he walked into a store and grabbed a whole box of blunts and was like, this is my shit.
But honestly,
and walked out.
Lately, it's just, it doesn't even matter. These cops don't even see to, I mean, you can go on YouTube right now and you can find countless of videos of police brutality where they know that the video is on them, the camera's on them, they don't even care. Yeah, they figured that was the guy that was drunk and inebriated at the baseball stadium.
I know
and he was speaking the law. He was so drunk, he was still speaking the law by law. I'm like,
but back to her point is the 10,000 more cops that are actually taking care of kids and doing the right things. You're not gonna find that on YouTube. Nobody wants to see that on YouTube.
Well, on top of that, it doesn't bring in numbers. No. Meaning wise, what's the reports? The Nielsen ratings. It doesn't bring in Nielsen ratings.
Doesn't have Nielsen ratings.
No. We're talking about the news.
All right,
the news. The news likes to put propaganda. Bad news. Why? Because people want to see stuff like that.
The media, period. The media.
When's the last time they reported something good? It's 1 out of 1,000 stories. 1 out, maybe even more. I'm exaggerating because I think it should be even.
That shock value keeps people coming back.
They want to see that.
But I think we need to move on to the next topic.
Yeah, we do because we spend a lot of time here. The next topic is chicken and waffles.
Whoa,
I don't care what that says.
Yeah.
I know he's got chicken and waffles right there.
What is that?
That's the next topic. It's chicken and waffles. He does not even read the damn post on Facebook. Doesn't even read the post.
I'm about to cry though.
Rumor has it that they're gonna bring chicken and waffles over here. And because of that, you don't get to try the chicken and waffles.
I'll beat you and beat her and beat him.
And I will call the cops on you.
Is this going anywhere but here? I want the drumstick.
Chicken and waffles.
I want the drumstick.
Chicken and waffles.
Oh my gosh, Jerry. Like, what is this?
That's an Irishman's version of
Put it all the way up
I
there.
already started grabbing. I'm like, I want the waffle on the side.
Look at that right there. Just want you to see that.
Why you gonna put my phone in there?
We let them see it. So as we talk, we're gonna eat. Which this will be good because we'll move through things quicker.
Because I'm not
Tyler
talking.
have his mouth full.
Oh my God, there's syrup on it there.
And it's an infused syrup. Now, what is it infused with?
Jim Beam honey.
Jim Beam honey.
Honey with maple.
Thank you.
Nice.
You can hand it to
Nice.
him.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Nice.
You got face.
So the expression says it all. Chicken and waffles. Oh.
You really
You really put it on the floor?
I can't have it up here. Did you really stop it? Where's the mouth, at least?
No, you can,
I'll go get it.
take care of that. So real quick, I don't know if you've seen this story, Ronnie. Local pizza guy, right? He works for like Pizza Hut or whatever.
Yep.
Not too far away from here. He basically calls in a report that he's witnessed a homicide.
Oh my gosh. I gotta get
And
back
he don't
to
know
my
exactly
syrup.
what happened, but he witnessed the homicide. Had the cops looking for this alleged homicide. After a couple of hours, it turns out that he made it up because he was late to a delivery because he was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing, but he didn't want to lose his job. So he made it up.
That's nuts.
So number one, do you think he lost his job?
Heck yeah, he lost his
He
job.
lost his job. You know what? I don't want to sound insensitive. You're a freaking delivery pizza boy. You can't get another job as a delivery pizza boy somewhere else. We're not talking about CEO of a company. We're talking about a pizza boy. Once again, I don't want to take away from the hard work that pizza boys do, but it's a freaking delivery job. You can get those a dime a dozen. So why go through all of that? Spend all this money, all this time on virtually absolutely nothing.
He's an idiot.
He's an idiot. So as a general consensus, he's an idiot. And as a general consensus, he's starving. Make sure you at least leave me one waffle.
I'm not gonna eat any more waffles because I want you to enjoy them.
I just want one. That's all I want. But
This is better than fucking Waffle House.
Yeah, it is.
So hold
This
up.
is better than
You got it
Waffle
right
House.
there. Well, I will hope it's better than Waffle House. Waffle House is the McDonald's of freaking waffles.
This is better than Waffle House, dude.
Hold up. You know what, Jerry? Jerry, he just said this. You went to Sylvia's
Yeah,
in
that's
New
true.
York City.
I didn't have waffles.
How does it compare? Or you didn't have the waffles and the chicken?
Thanks for bringing that for Tag. He gets cranky without his beer.
All right, so I'm gonna have to compare it in a second. There is an event going on September 13th at Don Samuel Park over on Clinton Avenue.
That's too civilized.
Over by Upper Falls. It's a walk against bullying. It's the 13th of September, 11 a.m. So anybody that's against bullying, that has
gosh.
children that were bullied, that have children that are bullies or have been bullied or have bullied, make sure you come down so that we can get a different
This
perspective
fried chicken?
on it.
Where's the chef? Where's the chef?
All right, you know what? I'm gonna have to stop talking for a minute. I'm gonna have to take a bite of this chicken because allegedly it's really good.
No, keep talking.
So, walk against bullying, September 13th, 11 a.m. Also on that date at about 10 p.m., actually a little bit earlier, 9 p.m., make sure you come down to Blue Barn Grill so you can watch Mayweather Maidana Part 2.
And eat chicken and
which-
waffles.
Eat chicken and waffles, order chicken and waffles, and watch
Oh
the
my
fight
God.
right here. Great drinks, great
When was that?
staff.
I've been doing this for
and
like
great
4
chicken
months.
and
When's the last
waffles.
time you guys see me eat like this? This is
Every
ridiculous.
time they bring food.
But not like this.
Every time they bring food.
Not like this.
The turkey drum?
I
What
tell
did
you
they do
what,
with the
don't
turkey
touch that. I
leg?
bet you'll eat it
What
all.
did they do with the turkey leg? He almost
No, I
fought
took it
over
home.
the turkey
No,
leg.
I took it home.
No,
I
he
took
had
it
to
home.
bring you another one. That you
Because
took
y'all
home.
ate it.
He was like, why you taking my turkey leg?
Y'all ate it, right?
Actually, he touched it.
Did he do good?
So, Jerry,
He did it really good.
can we get a
Oh my
3
God.
thumbs up? 3 thumbs up? 3 thumbs up. Chicken and waffles.
Chicken
Blue
and
Barn
waffles.
I'm eating it
Grill.
off the table.
There's no place
250
in Rochester that does it like this.
250
No place.
Pixley Road. It's an Irish twist on a
It's just an Irish
favorite.
cooking.
Yes, that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. Soul is soul. It comes from the soul. It comes from here.
I'm surprised I haven't messed up my shirt yet.
We're good. We're good. So this
Are you
is
gonna eat
mine and that's mine. Don't
Okay, are
touch
you gonna eat
that.
that?
Also,
Are you gonna eat that?
I'm not gonna eat that.
Okay, all
On
right.
September 6th, we have the Up From Under the
Thank
Rock
you.
prayer walk at Liberty Pole at 10 a.m. And that's
I need an ice
something
bucket
that
for her.
Will is putting together.
Exactly. Exactly.
People of Rochester, Lovely Warren will be there. Leticia Estacio will be there.
And I think we're gonna have to be there.
Of course.
We're gonna have to be there. So definitely a great positive thing. You don't hear a lot about positive things going on in Rochester. That's a positive thing going on in Rochester. September 6th, 10 a.m. Up from Under the
does
Rock
this?
prayer walk at Liberty Pole.
Jerry does.
And the 13th, 11 a.m. over on Clinton Avenue by Upper Falls.
Yo, he just took like that much chicken and put it in his mouth at one time. Like, I don't even know how that's
There's
possible.
3 things he does well: eat, drink, and talk smack. He's got those locked down. Ice bucket challenge. Have you done the ice bucket challenge?
Heck no.
Have you been nominated?
No.
Wow, interesting. I think I'm gonna have to nominate you. I'm gonna have to nominate. Would you do it?
No.
Why not? Why not? Tell me, please. Why wouldn't you?
You know what? I'm not gonna criticize anyone that does it because to me that's annoying. You know, if you have people that are out there and they're trying to do something fun that's good for a good cause, I'm not gonna knock you for it unless it is causing harm to others.
Okay.
Pouring ice water on myself just doesn't seem fun. I get that people are taping it, they're having fun doing it. It's not my thing.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think so either. I got porn ice water. Let me tell you something. I donate. I would say, let's just say I donate a lot of money. I donate just as much money as I spend drinking at the bars. I donate per year to organizations, not only with money but time and investments into our community. But the reason why I did it was one, who am I to say that I'm above all these people that are doing it? I mean, I'm looking at not only my friends and family doing it, I'm looking at the Michael Jordans of the world that really don't have to because they donate millions of dollars to charity without doing an ice bucket challenge. They donating all that money. We're looking at former presidents. I've never been a fan of Bush. Bush
that was cool.
Did
That was
the
cool.
freaking ice. You know, that's somebody I would have never thought that would have lowered himself to that level, and he did it. So who am I to knock somebody and then say I wouldn't do it when they would?
You know what? And then nominated Bill Clinton. Like, how cool was that? You know what? Bush gained some cool points from
Bill
him
Clinton's
now.
my uncle.
And he's back.
I got a big
You know
smile
what?
on my face. That is so
I don't have
delicious.
anything Here's the thing.
What?
I don't look down on them.
What?
I don't think.
What? Is it good?
Oh, it's delicious.
I would have ate the whole thing if I
It's
didn't
so
have to
good
share.
that I need to make sure that I eat my
Fast,
pizza.
because now I'm looking at it
Trying
right
to
now.
eat.
I don't look down on.
I'll still
or
eat it. You think I'm playing?
Oh.
I'm gonna eat this skin right
I
here.
think, or think anything other people
so-
who are doing it. Like I
but-
said, I wouldn't knock them for it.
You know-
I don't knock them for it.
The question that I asked was, right, and I haven't asked you, but I'm saying the question that I posed for us was, is it working? I'm going to say this.
Oh yeah, you know that's.
They have raised so far.
Well, wait. In the past,
No. I'm just talking about, we're going to compare last year to this year.
Yeah. Last year.
year they raised $2.1 million.
No, it was less than that.
No, $2.1 million.
No, I think it was less than that.
No, it's 2.1 million. I actually read stuff.
no, I'm so did I.
You actually read that?
I thought I read.
Holy shit! All right,
Whatever. You know what?
That's good.
Oh, you know what? Don't even put
That's
my
good.
finger on there.
I don't care. Hold on, look. Ah. Go ahead, eat some. Anyway, like I was saying, $2.1 million last year, and this number I could be a little off by, but I'm pretty sure it's close to 30 million, if not more than $30 million so far this
And you
year.
know what? This is a chicken breast, and it's
And
tender.
it's tender.
He fried it,
Yeah,
and it's tender.
and it's tender. So make sure you come down and try this. But I would have to say that
No,
for
they
them
got
to
you,
have
yeah.
gone up that high off of doing a stupid challenge, I think that's raised awareness. And one thing that I've seen on Facebook, people knocking is, oh, people don't know. People are doing it just for likes, and people are doing it just because they want to do it, but they don't realize they got to also donate. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go back to Tad's point. I'm gonna go back to your point. If all you have is enough money to buy some clothes to show up, if all you have is a damn bucket and some water with some ice in it, and you're willing to throw that on Facebook
To raise
and
awareness.
create awareness and advertise, and that's all you got, you don't have the $10, more power to you, because you did something better than the person that's not doing anything.
You know what?
Because
What
right
kills
now
me is
the
that
world
everybody-
revolves around ALS right now.
Yeah.
What kills me is people have so much to say. Like
Oh,
everyone is a critic.
everybody.
Like I said, I wouldn't do the challenge just because it's not my thing. But no, I wouldn't.
But she's so far she said she wanted, but she hasn't been challenged yet. And
He
I
just challenged
I
you.
have to do another one. No, I have
You're
to
double
do another
challenged.
one. So you're gonna be challenged.
You're double challenged.
Not
You're gonna be
doing it.
challenged. So we'll see.
Pay $100. Actually, that's 200 because you're challenged by 2 people.
It is what
So
it is.
he's trying to move us along because we are taking a lot of time.
Yeah.
But it's working. My favorite one so far has to be the lady with the weave.
Oh,
yeah.
somebody with weave did it.
No, they hit her in the face. She's about to talk. They hit her. They splash her like in the face like this.
Oh no, but she had
curls like you're like
Oh, no.
actually like 3 times bigger. Flew right off. She had these big 2 pigtails. I'll show you the video. And she was still trying to gasp for air as they hit her with another
one.
bucket.
And yeah, it was.
That's
crazy.
not my favorite though.
Which one's your favorite?
My favorite is this one guy. He walks in to the bedroom while his friends sleep and said, "Wake up, ice bucket challenge." Throws the ice bucket at him when he's sleeping. He starts to run. His friend chases him outside the house. The friend, there's like 3 other friends. Another friend's outside waiting with a big Pilates ball. Pushes him, hits him with the Pilates ball. Falls into a kiddie tub, a kiddie pool full of ice. Another person on top of the roof throws a bucket of ice. The other person, it was crazy.
That's
And he
dope.
wakes up, like mind you, he just woke up.
Oh, I'll be.
He got hit left and right. He had to walk back in.
That's
He
dope.
was.
One more thing. For those people that have been posting up the pictures of, America, and they show people with buckets of water, and they show the picture of a little African kid
yeah.
with a little cap full of water, that's nonsense. Because, yes, there are people in Africa that don't have water, just like there's people in California that don't have water. That's all over the world. But you know what? One bucket of water is not going to change those issues. And if you are taking the time to post those comments, but you're not taking the time to do something about the kid in Africa or the people in California, guess what? You're part of the
Don't talk
problem
about
as
it,
well.
be about it. That's how strong you
they're
feel
part of
about
the
it, then go
These
ahead
same
and
people that
donate
are
over
posting
there.
that are not taking the time to do anything other than post something for whatever reason. I think they're just bitter and they're lonely and they're miserable people. I have to say that if you're watching right now and you're one of them, you're miserable. You haven't taken the challenge, but you also, I don't believe,
We're both
have
looking
been
at your piece of
criticized.
chicken.
No, I don't criticize it at all. I think that it's a cool concept, and I
Gotcha.
was actually going to make the same point that you did. The ones who are posting the pictures,
do know
of
who
ice
started it,
bucket
right?
Challenge and
You know how it came about?
oh,
Julio
sorry.
A guy with ALS, a gentleman with ALS.
His friend.
His friend started the challenge. just to raise awareness.
Why
He
though?
just-
Why the ice bucket? Why ice?
Oh,
My
the-
understanding is
yeah.
because that gives you the sensation of what it feels
Yeah,
like.
what they
for
feel
a
like
person with
every single
ALS.
day. What they feel like every single day. Muscle spasms, numbness, the cold, where you can't even move. So that's what it's supposed to temporarily make you feel like. But I think it's a great marketing campaign. And what I say is you know what? Do the Ice Bucket Challenge. You don't have to give to ALS. Why don't you give to HelpRochesterBoys.org and support Roland Williams Initiative? Why don't you give to the Diabetes Foundation? Why don't you give to AIDS Rochester? Why don't you
Lupus.
give to lupus? You can give it to anybody
Cancer.
you want. You don't have to just give. The whole point is
Autism
to
awareness.
get you up off your ass, and instead of talking about something, actually do something.
Think about how
If you
much
didn't get
money you
that
spend on
point-
shit that you don't even need or want. Going out to drink one night, you spend $200.
Oh yeah, no, but
Take
that's
$25 out of that.
the same people. The same people. So, ALS Challenge is working. If you're not a part of it, then you know what? I guess you're not a part of it.
You know what I just thought about?
Not
I'm sneezing in front of waffles. I thought about that movie Due Date, who he says I'm allergic to waffles.
Are you allergic to waffles?
Then they'll take me to a Waffle House. Did you not see the movie?
If I
Oh
did, I
my
don't
God!
remember.
Nobody seen Due Date.
I watch news. I
You
don't
seen
watch
Due
movies.
Date? Nobody
No, I
seen
watched Due Date. I just don't
What?
remember.
I'm surrounded by a bunch of freaks. I'm out of here, man.
And we're surrounded by a guy that watches movies but doesn't
Due
read
Date.
CNN.
Due Date. Robert Downey Jr. Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, no, I know.
When
the
he was
movie.
around
Yeah,
waffles,
I
he started
know.
to sneeze.
I don't remember that part. I remember they rented a car, they traveled across country.
Okay.
I remember all of that. I don't
They
remember
were at the Waffle House. He started to sneeze. Like, what's wrong?
But then
with
again, I
you? He
didn't
goes, I'm
watch it
allergic
for
to
2
waffles. Fast forward like an hour into the movie,
Yep.
and he's like, "You want to take? I'm not gonna tolerate your shit no more, whatever." And if you're allergic to waffles, don't eat them. He goes, "Well, don't take me to a Waffle House." Anyways, you gotta watch the movie.
We gotta watch the movie over and over again, and then we'll get it.
No, just one time. Pay attention.
Okay. I pay attention to life.
Where's mine?
He doesn't get that.
Hashtag life.
Hashtag life.
Hashtag me.
Dating 101. So I told you earlier I had some topics that I wanted to bring up.
All right.
And you told me you had a topic that you wanted to bring up. So let's bring up your topic real quick.
All right.
So we can get through with this.
So I'm gonna be honest. This is like one of the craziest things. I was in the car on the way to work.
I'm gonna get water because Tag, this is right up his alley.
Okay.
Tell Tag
Can you
about
bring me
this.
some water too?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So this woman was caught by her roommates having sex with their dogs.
Whoa! What you say? Wait a minute. This is a PG show. I told you that already.
Listen, this hasn't been PG since you started it. Since they featured you on it, okay? Just the very nature of your face is not PG. So anyway,
What you
this
just say?
woman in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
I was slapping
Was
with my hand. My
caught.
fingers are stuck together with some syrup.
You allergic to waffles, dude?
Nah,
So
no
she was
waffles.
arrested. Her roommates caught her having sex with their dogs behind the shed.
Wait, the woman was having sex with the dog.
Dog.
The dog was getting it in.
She was getting it in with the dog. The dog had damage. She didn't when it was all said and done. She's done. But then there's more.
Not by the microphone.
So then, in order to apologize to them, she cooked her roommates a meal and tried to poison them. So she is facing.
Where do you get your
several-
news from?
I was driving to work.
You didn't dream this up.
No, it's right here. I heard it on the radio and then I looked it up.
Albuquerque. No wonder. It's Mexico.
It's out New Mexico.
Same shit.
Wow. Someone
They do
didn't
crazy. It's
have
just it's
geography
no.
in high school.
What it is too much sun on the brain. That's what it is. You know how dry it is out there with that
Either
heat?
that or she's hideous and she can't get none from anything else.
I can go with that.
Yeah. And show her a picture.
So
what
is
do you-
that what you came? I mean, you're here for dating advice, not dog and animalistic stuff. I got syrup on my phone.
Well, actually, did he just lick?
It's syrup. It tastes freaking
Where
delicious.
is, your phone has probably been in your pocket, on your chair, on the ground, and it's dropped. That's just nasty.
It was a waste of syrup. Continue.
So wasted syrup is worth you getting all the germs and bacteria.
Would
in
you
your
talk,
mouth.
girl?
Julio, he just licked the back of his phone cover.
It has syrup on it.
I want to make sure my people check this stuff.
So what are your thoughts on that, Tay?
I got this this disease I haven't told you about yet. You really don't want to.
He up here licking phones. He got a disease too. I'm sure of
It's
it.
true. He's got he wants it. He likes it.
Ronnie.
So you got to the point where the dog.
She's talking about animals
she
and
raped,
yeah.
she raped the dogs
I'm supposed to listen to her.
and then
Poison the
poisoned the
roommates.
dog. And poisoned the roommates.
It sounds like an autobiography to me.
That's beyond crazy. When you told me that, I was just like, you know, that
What are you
lady
talking about
is
when you look at my
psychotic
phone?
and even more
I
psychotic.
licked it
she's
because
crazy.
it wasn't a
Yeah,
fetish. It
definitely.
was syrup on it.
So because we
It
call
doesn't
this.
matter if there was syrup on it. That's just nasty. Who
We
licks
could-
the phone
Who
cover?
has sex with animals?
This lady, and apparently you.
Well,
too.
don't compare.
Oh, I have no idea. You set yourself up.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I think that you walked right into
Let's
it.
make sense of her segment
Walked
here.
right into it. So
Now you gotta make it sense.
we're gonna come back, right? Because we're gonna get off of that craziness.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get just back to dating 101 dating rules, because that's what we try to do. Because what I'm hoping is I'm hoping, you know, smoochingfrogs.com, and talking to an expert, I'm hoping that you can help me step my dating game up, so that when I decide I finally do want to date,
He's had some
right?
advice.
When I do want to date, then maybe I'll be a little bit better at it, or I'll just be good at it to begin with. So I had some questions I was just thinking about on the way home from work.
All right.
And I was thinking to myself, right? Dating rules. Dating interracially.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I love it.
I think that as long.
All right, you say you love it. All right, and that's how I'm glad. That's what I wanted. I wanted that. All your kids, what are they?
My kids are all Puerto Rican.
All Puerto Rican. Okay. All your kids, what are they?
Well, that was with one woman too, by the way.
What are your kids? It doesn't matter how many freaking women.
I'm just saying, though.
regardless.
It's not like I went to 4 different Puerto Rican women and had 4
They're
different.
primarily black, but you also have to consider that I am a mutt.
Okay, so you have other ethnicities, but
Yes.
primarily.
See, she's talking about
African-American.
dogs and mutts now. What is wrong with you?
So myself, right? I'm only because Tag made the point. They're all from the same woman. I have 2 children, and they're from different women.
But they're both?
And they're both Puerto Rican. Tim? No kids.
You have no kids.
Justin, you better not have none. And Adrian,
Yeah.
you're good. So when
Adrian.
we talk about, you know, something like that, is it a coincidence that our kids are what they are and we selected our mate to procreate with?
Absolutely not. I think
Okay.
that it's in how we are raised and we're programmed. We are around our culture. We're
I agree with
taught to love our cultures.
Absolutely.
And so I
That
think
was my thing. I love who I am. I'm sorry. I remember.
You know
once-
he's gonna cut you
No,
off.
I'm just
I wouldn't
saying
be
though.
Tag unless he did.
I'm gonna let you finish and all,
Yeah, go ahead.
but
No, now I
I'm
won't.
gonna
Now
cut
I
you
won't.
off.
Now
No,
I
he don't
won't.
want to talk. See, now we upset him.
No.
But he's gonna talk in a minute. Watch.
and let me tomorrow.
So
I want to spit on your chicken breast over there.
would you or have you ever dated a Latino?
Me? Would I?
She
Absolutely.
calls me every night.
I don't even have his phone number. We're Facebook friends though.
And you can't do instant messenger anymore on Facebook unless you
And I won't
go
download
through-
the messenger.
Yeah, you won't download
so,
the app.
yeah.
So yes, I know you're not talking to
You
him.
only realize how
So
many
he's
apps
full of
do
it.
that.
Tag just got called out on.
Never.
So would I absolutely, as I've gotten older and recognized and broadened my horizons, I would date any race really.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter what color your skin is or how you were raised. If we connect and if we have similar values and are equally yoked, then why not? Why would we let bias and prejudice? Why would
No,
we
you know what
let-
that is? That's a little violin I'm playing.
Why are you playing the violin? That's happy. I'm saying
I told you that he was gonna
happy.
start talking. He said he was gonna stop talking. and
Look.
he-
That's not dollar bills. That's my little violin. That's my little violin. You hear that violin?
So you would be open to.
Yes.
But it seems like you said as you've gotten older, you've gotten more mature, you've opened your horizons.
Broadened my
Right,
horizons,
Okay.
yes.
She knows I don't have that.
All right. So yeah, and I'm just asking that. I mean, me myself, as long as she looks good and not she doesn't.
I go for looks.
necessarily-
I don't care what color
She
you
doesn't.
are.
That's the thing is, she doesn't necessarily have to look good. Like I don't. Your definition and my definition of looking good might be completely different. You know, ours might be completely different. But as long as I have a connection with the woman, I'm good. I'm okay with that. That's enough for me. And I've never thought about it in that context. But then when I look at it, and I thought about this conversation, and I said, I'm pretty sure her kids are African American. I know Tag's kids are all Puerto Rican. I know my kids are all Puerto Rican. Chuck was down here, and he wasn't down here when I asked the question, but the same thing, Caucasian.
No.
Chuck-
You
Chuck
guys
is half
Italian,
black.
Greek, or
Well, actually, Justin,
Irish? What do you guys?
Justin is half black, but yeah. But the
That was-
point is
that was a cable guy.
generally, for whatever reason, we do. And I just wanted to bring it up. Like, is that something that would be a dating no or dating yes, or would you be more prone to date someone? Like, would you give, like, let's say I'm the Puerto Rican guy, but then there's some stunningly looking African American gentleman, 6'3", built, but doesn't have the same personality and intellect that I have, but he just has this look.
Oh,
would you be
listen.
geared more towards him or towards me?
You know, recently I had an experience where, and I'll be very brief. I was helping out with the date night auction.
The spotlight's not on you. It is now.
We were interviewing all these different guys, and they were good looking, but the one that attracted me was the one with the personality, the intellect, the humility. So that's what matters.
Was he a white boy?
I'm not white.
No, he was black.
I am not white.
Black and Puerto Rican. No, I know you're not white, but you look kind of.
But some of the other guys were black and white, Jamaican. I mean,
Okay,
you know,
so it was all nationality.
Yeah.
Sure,
See, but I look at it, and it's not to, kind of put everyone together, but I look at Jamaican, African American, for the sake of this conversation, it's all the same. Just like if it was Puerto Rican, Dominican, Cuban, it would be Latino. It's all the same.
Yeah.
I do know one thing though. Black and white people make the most beautiful Puerto Rican babies.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, exactly.
They make the most Puerto Rican beautiful babies in the world.
and they
I
do.
want to applaud all the black and white people that get together and make beautiful babies.
Because everybody
you add on to the Puerto Rican population.
Everybody that I got a lot of friends that are black, half white, and every single one of them, like when they're hanging out with me, and we go somewhere that's predominantly Spanish, people start talking to them in Spanish, and they just sit there and look. And you do have a little bit of that complexion where it's like, you're like.
If I didn't know you, I probably would have spoke to you in Spanish.
I would tell you no comprende, no habla.
There you go. And so I would have been like, what did you say?
I'd have been like,
You doesn't know Spanish that well.
I know Spanish, but that wasn't Spanish. That was like 101
All right.
Spanish.
So another
was
question.
Spanish,
Another question. So we talked about, the nationality has nothing to do with it. It's just personality and how you
I love
carry
Asian
yourself.
women.
Yeah.
Bohemian. I really don't care what color you are as long
A
as you
beautiful
look
woman's a
good.
beautiful woman. I don't care what.
And I don't need you to be a 10. Just look beautiful. Just look cute, whatever.
How about age difference? Age difference.
You know what?
I like older women.
I like older.
She's talking about me
men
again.
To a certain extent. I think I couldn't go past 40 though.
You see, that's why she's
I don't think I
talking
go
about me again.
If I was gonna be talking about anybody, it'd be Julio.
No, you're not.
Oh, that was on TV. I could rewind that, and boom, there you go.
She just did that to mess with me.
But seriously, because I think sometimes that's one of these things that's kind of like, no, you don't do that. My daughter's mother is about 10 years older than me. Right? So, yeah, she's 10 years older than me. Now I'm going to have to put him on blast. My daughter's boyfriend is about 10 years older than her.
Oh,
He's sitting right there right now.
All right.
So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Whoa,
But
dude, you look like you about 12.
Rim
shot.
But the whole point is, does age really matter? I remember back to Aaliyah when she said age is nothing but a number, and she was with R. Kelly at that time. She went on to date Damon Dash, and much older. I'm talking about like 20 years.
I think age only
Does it
matters.
matter?
Age only matters when you're trying to score. If you're trying to really be in a relationship, it doesn't matter.
I think that for the most part it doesn't matter, but there are also some other things to take into consideration. There are some men or people who prey on younger individuals because they're weak-minded or because they can get away with things with them that they couldn't with someone their own age. So they prey on emotionally immature people, and for that, I think that's
In a nutshell, that's what I said.
No, you were. I thought you were talking about jailbait.
Man, I'm gonna hit you with your damn microphone, man.
But I think I know girls who, when we were like 18, 19, their boyfriends were 33, 35, and they're still together now. They had a level, they possessed a level of maturity, and these men they clicked. And I think that there's nothing wrong with that. For me personally, over 40, I don't think I could do it. But if somebody, they scratch the itch, there you go.
Okay, that's valid. Ooh. That's the same thing with me. I don't know if I can go much younger, and I think it comes back down to that mentality to find a chick. And I've dated, not date. I can't call it dating. I've talked to, I've involved myself with women that have been younger, and I can't say for all of them, but for
There's
the
only
majority,
one for me.
they don't really have their thing together. They don't have their life together.
And I have to disagree.
that's-
There's like
No, I'm not saying- I'm
there's
not-
one I like maybe 10,000 women. I was dating this one girl. She was 19. I was like mid to early 30s.
Okay.
And she was very mature for her age. Very mature. Even to this day, we're still good friends and whatever. But I tend to lean over more towards the older woman. If you're gonna be younger, be within 2 or 3 years range, because I don't want to deal with younger.
But
women.
now, okay. With that said, see, my dilemma is now, right? If I take that into context, and I say I'm going to date an older woman, for me, an older woman would now be 45 to 50 years old.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
I don't know.
I think some of the 50-year-olds right now look sexy as hell.
It's not to take anything away because
Hashtag milfs in the house.
I know beautiful women that are in their mid-40s, close to 50. I've been involved with women that are older, but I just can't see myself getting past that point where I'm allowing myself to get emotionally attached. I disconnect myself emotionally.
With the young ones or the older ones?
Both.
So you want someone around your age range?
No, I'm not saying what I want. What I want is, I don't know yet. I don't know what I want.
Whatever happens, happens.
But what I'm saying is that I have made a conscious effort and decision to say I'm not going to allow myself to emotionally. And once I see the woman start to show some emotion, that's when I say, you know what, at this point we're still friends. Let's keep it that way. And let's disconnect altogether. I think I'm mature enough and I'm old enough to be smart enough to do that. I think some men or some women will keep it going and string somebody along. I'd rather tell you straight up, look, it's not working out, and either you respect me for that or you don't.
He is.
Could be.
But I do have one age stipulation. I don't like guys my age. I do like them to be a little bit older. Okay, so I'm.
And you're 28.
How's that been working out for you?
Well, I'm
guys older than you.
Oh, guys older than me? My ex-boyfriend was older than me by 7 years. He's 35.
Okay.
And we actually had a really good relationship.
Okay.
So.
Is that the one that used to do his laundry?
I did his laundry a few times, but that's something else. You know what? You put me on blast.
Oh.
Put me on blast.
Everybody's getting it. Everybody's getting it.
Hashtag Bill Cosby in the house.
ALS challenge right now.
Oh. Whoa. That would have been dope. That would have been dope. The phone's is waterproof. I don't know if yours is waterproof.
Yeah, mine's waterproof.
We would have survived, but that would have been freaking.
I don't know about yours. You got cracks.
So
it don't matter. I say no to crack.
With guys my age, they're at an interesting point in life. There's a couple of things. One, either we are not in the same space mentally. Two, some of them are coming out of long-term relationships, so they're really feeling themselves and enjoying being single. They're not ready to settle down right now, which is fine. I understand that. But for a lot of guys that are like 28, 29, headed to 30, they're not really doing it. And if they are trying to be in a relationship, their ducks aren't in a row enough.
And that's the thing. I look at it.
I got 2 kids to raise. I can't raise you. I'm sorry.
And that's it right there. It's like, and the same thing, with a woman, especially if the woman has a kid. It's like, come on, really? You haven't gotten it together? I don't care what age you are. Once you decide to have a kid, you are now a grown-up. Yeah. You basically, by default, are a grown-up. So, I don't know what he's doing. Oh, that's what he's doing. He wants to do a selfie.
Look at her. She was looking like a crackhead until she smiled.
All right, so we got that. So, that leads me into the next one real quick. And I know we got a little bit of time. We're going to run over. As far as, employment, and I think we've talked about that already. We've covered that already. But, if I'm a waiter, I'm a struggling actor, but I'm really like a waiter / bar back, and you are, just came to my head. Think Like a Man. When Homegirl was the CEO of the company, and then, Michael Ealy? One with the nice eyes?
I didn't see it. But it is Michael Ealy.
Yeah, Michael Ealy. He was basically a waiter.
He's in love with Michael Ealy.
And it was basically he was a waiter. She's a CEO.
Insane.
And that relationship didn't seem to work out. It ended up working out in the end, but it didn't work out at the beginning. Do you think that's a problem?
Tell me about his eyes again.
So it depends. It depends on his mentality.
The black dude with nice looking eyes. Sorry.
He does have nice looking eyes. It depends on where his mentality is.
Do I have to now question my sexuality?
I like my eyes.
I've never said I like your eyes. I don't think
I like my eyes.
Nice.
I think my eyes are nice.
His eyes are not nice. But go ahead.
I'm not going to compliment another
he has long eyelashes, though. And they
very feminine.
Yeah.
Very feminine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, it depends.
Women envy me.
Oh, if he's got multiple jobs and he can take care of himself and it's not a matter of, I'm upgraded, score, I got this lady, and he's, mature and we can have intellectual conversations, I'm all in.
Okay.
But you have to have those core competencies for me to be with you. If that's not there, if it's I'm gonna get a free ride, or if it's we really can't talk about much other than surface level things, then I couldn't come with it. So
master's degree, GED. How about that?
Her standards are so high. I want to see how many sex toys she has in her room.
Okay. So master's
lonely
degree,
you are, girl.
master's degree,
You can move away from all you
master's
want.
degree, GED.
So when we say GED, what is he doing? Does he have his own business? Is he a hustler? Is not
I
hustler.
got
Like,
a GD.
not hustler.
What's wrong with
like
that?
Actual selling.
No,
drugs,
I know,
but
I know.
You know, making
But
moves
he's a guy that's making moves.
But if that's all he has,
But you don't know that at this point. You just went on a date, first time, you're talking over dinner, and you're like, oh, so what school did you go to? And he's like, oh, well, you know, I went to East High School.
no. Let me
I
stop
got
you
a
real quick.
GED.
What if he twisted it around? I went to a vocational school. I went and got my electrician certification, and for all you know, he makes $25 an hour, has a house on the burbs. Because I'm talking about a couple people that I know
I know, but
personally.
dude, can I
Because the
finish my story?
trades.
But there's
I know,
a difference.
but can I finish?
If you have a trade, that's
The point that I was making was this is the first day. We don't know any of that. We just know that your conversation comes up and he tells you, I got my GED, and here you are, highly educated woman who just finished her master's degree.
Is he well spoken? Is he the type of person that is
Yeah.
constantly reading?
He's on a date with you, so obviously I would hope if he's on a date with you
I
that
don't
you
believe
already
this.
pre-qualified him.
I don't believe
Is
this.
does he keep himself, informed
I don't
and
believe
constantly reading and teaching himself, even though he may not have a formal degree?
By this point, if you're on a date with him, you should have been able to figure that out.
I don't believe
So
this.
you
If
obviously
the
did.
answers to those questions are
Yes.
yes, then I could continue to talk with him and see where his head is and
Okay.
see.
So you would
what he
give
has
him-
going-
You're on a probational period,
You're on a
homie.
probational
That's
period.
fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. But it's not
But-
one of those things where, you know what?
But-
it really didn't work out the other
But
day.
here's the thing. He can have a freaking degree, a master's degree in business, doing good,
Yes,
have a
we know,
six-figure
be broke.
salary, doing all this, but he can
dog
treat women
you
like
out.
shit, but he would drag you along for 6 months, but then you got this hard-working man over here that believes in love, but because you like
I'm sorry, did he not hear me say that I would continue?
Yeah, I don't
to
believe.
know
Yeah,
him?
but you say you will continue to get to know him instead of saying, you know what? If he seems genuine enough to be a hardworking man like that,
What he wants
and
you to
clean
say is you'll
himself
marry him
up.
on the second date.
But-
No, I didn't say
right,
that. I did
because
not say
here-
that.
because here's
I
the
did not
thing.
say that.
You have to think about your future at all times. And
Okay.
so if he is dead set on being complacent, and I find that out, I can't necessarily continue to go forth with that, because then when you have kids, they're going to look at that. You could have a son who goes in the same footsteps and decides to continue to be complacent. What's wrong with your friend?
He's looking at you. Looking.
Yo.
I have no idea. If I had
should've
a
never
beer,
brought that up.
or it was Jim Beam infused.
Yo,
honey.
no, it was a chicken and
Yeah,
It
waffles.
was a chicken and waffles.
It was a chicken and
mixed with a
waffles.
beer.
He's drunk in love with chicken and
You have
waffles.
to, you have
I
to
love
take
chicken and
all of
waffles
those
now.
things into consideration.
No.
So if this gentleman has things going for himself, and maybe school just wasn't for him, I am the type of person who can overlook
I got syrup on my
if
forearm.
he compensates in other areas.
Okay.
It's sticky, icky,
That
icky,
makes sense.
man.
That makes sense. And I think I think
Like,
the same
I
way.
got fingers that are
I'm not
stuck
gonna
like
sit
webs.
there and judge somebody or rate somebody based on their education.
What is it?
Because honestly, you leave. I will say this:
That's not allowed?
having my degree has
No,
afforded
this
me
is-
opportunities.
Can you just go over there and have the conversation with him?
Spock.
Go ahead.
Having my degree has afforded me opportunities that I look at other people. I would probably encourage them to get it at some point, because there have been doors that have been open for me solely
We're
based on the fact that I have my degree, and I've tried to pull other people along with me, and they couldn't go because they didn't have a degree. I work with people now who talk to me and complain about the fact that they didn't get a degree when they had a chance to, and now they can't move any further than where they are. So depending on what path he's on, I will probably promote him to do that at some point if he is, at a corporate job in order for him to do better. But if he's making money doing his own thing, vocation, like he said, hey, I'm not mad.
And I honestly believe that if you get a man that, regardless of whether or not he has a GED, or a woman for that matter, and you get that relationship, that you can build each other up.
Yes.
And that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
is building somebody
absolutely.
up and helping each other.
I don't believe it for a second.
Because he might calm me down.
So-
That's why I said I don't believe it for a second.
All right, so good. That was a great dialogue, and I wanted to
She
make
can
sure
fool Julio, she ain't
we
fooling
touched
me.
on those. Dude, you know what? Usually
She's like a clown. You ever see Nemo? That's a
You ever heard
clownfish
the
right
saying
here.
that those that never trust are because they can't be trusted?
No, because I'm fucking outspoken. So what?
No.
I speak my mind.
He just said
I
he
do
doesn't
not
believe you.
trust Miss Ronnie that child.
I
believe
tuned
you.
him out a little while ago. I just can't.
Good job.
You called me out.
Good job.
Tuned you out, see?
Oh, you tuned me out.
All right, let's move forward.
On
So we can
what?
go through sports real quick.
Sports?
Oh, you have to get out of here? All right.
We
so
all gotta get out of
had a
here.
Conversation. So that was good.
Thank you, as always, for having me.
Deuces. See, I still get the love at the end of the day.
All right, you too.
There's no Romeo without no Juliet.
You ain't
All right, so let's move on so that way we can wrap this up. We'll wrap it up in 5
Be
minutes.
careful, Ronnie. Have a good night.
Can I do it over here? Oh, is it over technically? Did it cut off already? If it's over recording, then.
No.
Oh, okay, it's still recording. All right.
Sports. Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember for the most part. The one thing with sports that I wanted to make sure I talk about once again is Throwdown at the Armory 2, going down the Main Street Armory on this Saturday, August 23rd at 8 p.m. Make sure you get there. It's going to be a great night of boxing, local boxing, great matches. Pretty Girl Promotions put it together. Mercedes Vasquez. It's going to be a great event. The Yankees are at the point right now where if we don't win some games,
they're going to be out of the playoffs.
We're done. We don't win some games, we're out of it. So what do you think about that?
What happened here?
Doesn't matter. What do you think about the fact that the Yankees are going to be out of it if we don't win some games?
Not for nothing. I expected that before the season started.
You expected us to lose?
Not being in the playoffs.
Not being in the playoffs? But let me ask you a question then. Is Pittsburgh going to be in the playoffs this year?
I believe so.
So you believe they will, but you didn't think they get what?
No, because I look at the team. Well, who's involved?
Okay.
First of all, I'm going to start with the Yankees. Cashman got to go. Girardi's not fit for the position, and we need some rebuilding.
So Cashman wasn't there through the 5, 6
Oh, man, we're
championships.
talking about 2009. The first one since 2000.
Hold up a second. Hold up. This dude just said we're talking about 2009, yet you bring up championships from the 70s. Did you just go there?
No, let me tell you something. The difference between the Yankees and the Steelers is that the Yankees have all-stars, champions. They draft and trade high-caliber freaking thoroughbreds, and they don't do nothing when they get to the Yankees, and you know that.
Okay.
You know that.
And we won championships with unknown Derek Jeter, an unknown Jorge Posada, an unknown, I mean, these are Andy Pettit.
But that was young talents.
Yes.
And they stopped going after that
And
a
they
long
were,
time
but we
ago.
didn't know who they were.
That's my whole point. They keep going after these high thoroughbreds that by the time they reach their peak, we get them in to do us. Again, well, Randy Johnson. The list goes this high and that low. We bring them in when they're already doing. They feel like these players. They feel like they hit the plateau and they don't do nothing. Yeah. Look what happened with the guy from the Cardinals, Pujols. He went over to the Angels. Hasn't done nothing. Hasn't done nothing because you know what? He did what he had to do. He earned his contract. He's sitting back. No blame to him. I congratulate him because he doesn't want to be injured no more. He doesn't want. He's already at a certain age.
I got you.
But not for nothing. The Yankees need to start finding those real star players, those young ones. The farm club start. You found Derek Jeter off the farm club, drafted him out of high school, whatever it was. Start from the bottom up to the top. It's never going to happen again until you do it again.
So by that, by saying that, you're saying what? Another 5-10 years before we win another championship?
At least 10.
All right.
At least 10. I'm realistic about that.
All right.
I believe my Steelers win a championship before the Yankees will. And I'm going to tell you right now, Brian Cashman needs to go.
All right.
Cashman needs to go.
That's an opinion. All I know is right now, if the Yankees could have a great September, we could be in the playoffs. And I'm going to
They won't get past the first round.
I'm going to hope for that. That's what I'm going to go
They won't get past the first round.
I think every time we won the World Series, we weren't supposed to make it past the first round, and we did. So
that's not
moving
true.
on. Yeah.
No, that's not true. Yeah. We were heavy favorites in a lot of those playoffs. Not the last one, but I know in the 2000 we were.
I'm going with that one. I'm going with the last one.
2000.
The last one we weren't supposed to go.
Was that 2009?
We weren't supposed to go. The last one. And then the one we were supposed to win when we beat Boston 3 games in a row, that one we were supposed to win, we got swept by Boston, and then they went to the World Series.
I hear you.
So,
I hear you.
All right. So what else? Let me see if I can remember. What else did I have for sports? You getting it right now? Okay.
Almost there.
So we talked about the Yankees. We talked about the boxing in The Rock. All right, Victor Cruz was interviewed yesterday and basically said, you know what, the Giants' offense is just fine. We're just holding back. Let
me ask you a question. You're a Giants fan. What do you honestly feel you believe? Because I was in denial for the past 2 years, maybe 3 years. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought like the last 3 seasons ago, we had one of the best schedules any team could ever ask for. Coming off a Super Bowl championship, I just felt that, like, look at this, we're going to run right through them. But we lost some players, some people retired, whatever. I was in complete denial. We went 8-8.
Okay, and this is one thing I'm going to say, and if you don't know that about me by now, you should know. I'm not in denial, and I'm not in agreement. I just go with what they do, because I could sit here and talk all the shit that I want to talk, but at the end of the day, they got to go out there and play the game. Talk to me in December and January, and I'll let you know what I think.
How do you feel about your team right now?
Right now, I think my team is as good as the team that beat New England 3 or 4 years ago.
That's the now, right?
We were unknown.
No, that's the now, though.
There was a
right
whole
there.
bunch of unknowns.
No, that's come on, man.
There was a whole bunch
the
of
last
unknowns.
one, the last one, or the first one?
Yeah, the last one in 2007 or 2010.
I can say that for the first one, but I can't say that for the second one.
All right, but that's you. So then, who's in denial? We're going to argue who's in denial, who's not. What I'm saying is that I'm realistic.
I think you're in rebuilding stages.
To the point that I know, okay, we're a great team. I'm going to back my team, but at the same time, there's nothing that I can say that's going to change the outcome of the season. So I can sit here and scream up and down. My team is going to do it. We're going to go, and at the end of the day, we suck.
See, here's what you're saying. Here's what I'm saying. I believe that freaking the Saints are awesome. Green Bay's no joke. Manny's going to do his thing. These are talking about premier teams.
Yeah.
My team is not premier. Do I feel we can make the playoffs? Absolutely. I feel comfortable with my team based on drafting a free agency. Mm-hmm. Can you say the same thing about yours? That's all I'm asking.
Not based off of drafting a free agency, because honestly, I didn't pay attention to that shit.
Well, I did.
I could care less, because no matter who they draft or what they do,
that's very
until
important.
They go out there and play.
True.
I don't know. They're going to draft the top pick, and then he breaks his leg the first game, and guess what? Now that whole...
Dude, 2 of my running backs just got busted for smoking weed.
So we don't know. What I'm saying is Victor Cruz saying that the Giants offense is just fine. They were holding back for the preseason, which was my original point. To me, was a stupid statement to make by Victor Cruz, because how are you going to say that? Oh, we're not going out there and
Can I
playing
say
top
something
first?
without
You're gonna
you?
say something.
Can I say something without you taking offense
You're going
to
to
it?
say something.
No, I'm saying I'm not doing a cheap shot. I'm not saying it because
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
No, but can I say something?
Yeah.
And it's not because it's you or me. We had this little thing going on with football, because it's a friendly affair. Mm-hmm. It's like the Boston Red Sox. We love the competition, and I'm not doing it because of that. I'm doing it because of what I've seen. Okay. I don't think your team's going to make the playoffs.
That's perfectly fine. I think they are. And then at the end of the year, if we make the playoffs, all you can say is, wow, they proved me wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And I will be the first one to say
agree.
that. I'm like, yo, Julio,
but you know what?
made it.
The reason why it's not a big thing to me is because ultimately, I don't benefit financially from them. I don't benefit.
I do benefit emotionally. I benefit emotionally off my team.
My thing is,
the Giants, the
Giants lose, and it takes me about 5.2 seconds to get over it. The Yankees lose, 5.2 seconds.
Either team, I get mad.
That's it. Yeah, I don't. It's not that serious.
It is to me. I love sports. There's very little things I pay attention to that really take my attention away, that entertain me, that I get involved with, that I allow myself, my emotions get involved with, and it's sports. I have 2 teams. There's the Yankees and it's the Steelers.
I'm more emotional.
And I like boxing.
I'm more emotional.
If I see Cotto lose, I'm going to get emotionally involved.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's the same thing.
And then a few
it's
minutes
a
later,
whole other season of rebuilding for teams.
It happens.
See, it's not the same thing with boxing, though. You got 6 months to rebuild and get your thing back up. In 2 years, you can be great. You can be a champion in 6 months after that, after a loss.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do that with these other sports. You got to wait a whole new year.
Gotcha.
A whole new year is different. So it's what they put into it, and you support as a fan. And I'm a supportive fan. I love it. That's why I watch the draft. That's why I watch the free agency. That's why I'm on the Bleacher Report. That's why I watch these things that are going on, because I love my Steelers. I love my Yankees.
Gotcha. And I love both. So you're basically saying Giants are not going to make it.
I just thought I've been paying attention to your team a little bit more than you have. That's all.
Okay. And we'll see.
That I feel.
We'll see where that pans out. Feeling.
Feeling
is just a feeling.
Hey, but so is fantasy football.
Feeling is just a feeling.
And that's what we play every year.
And I don't take it serious. I don't even change my freaking order. I don't even look at it.
Oh, that was
I just let it go.
Okay.
I just let it go. And I lost this year when it happened, and I won the 1 year because you know why? It's a fantasy.
You weren't even there to draft. It was complete luck.
That proved luck. Exactly.
Oh he wasn't even there for the freaking draft. It was an auto draft. The whole game. He was in New York. The computer picked his players. He was undefeated the whole damn season.
But what he did was, he did the scouting report. He looked at the draft order. He did everything. And I won the championship. And I wasn't even there.
Good for him.
Luck.
I mean, dude, we're talking about the planets being aligned, okay? How rare is that?
Let's finish this off. John Jones postponed his fight. September 27th he was supposed to fight. So that's called off. For MMA, I know that's huge.
That is very huge.
Don't care that he postponed the fight. I'll still watch it, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to sit here and lose sleep over the fact that he postponed it. But I know for those that respect and love MMA, it's a big thing.
It is,
right?
especially
that was the biggest fight
Rochester.
That was the biggest fight of this year, right?
Wusa, don't cool.
That was the biggest fight of this year,
cool.
right? Was that the biggest fight of this year or no? You know. You know everything sports.
Well, we're only in August. It's supposed to be
supposed to be the biggest fight of the
not
year.
for nothing. Every time John Jones fight right now,
That's
he's a welterweight king.
He's like the Mayweather.
He's a pound for pound.
Is he the Mayweather of
MMA?
MMA?
Yeah, right now.
There we go. So that's big, because now they're talking about January.
Yeah.
So
Jim Kelly cancer
Jim
free.
Kelly's
Now that's
cancer
big.
free.
Now that's big.
I respect
Signs,
that.
by the way, signs of looking free of cancer. He looks very healthy.
No,
He
not
looks-
signs, tests by
Yeah,
doctors.
but they also talk about the way he looks too. He
No,
looks
he
very
looks
good.
like
He looks.
crap right now. He's putting on a little bit of weight, but dude, you don't come back from battling cancer.
He looks
and
pretty
fine.
good.
You look better
Compared
than
to what he
dying.
looked like on the bed, he looks
But
pretty damn good.
Today they said all his preliminary tests show that he's cancer free.
Listen, regardless of what we say, at the end of the day,
that's a beautiful thing.
God bless you, Jim Kelly.
Absolutely, and that's what I want to stress is that right there. That's a beautiful thing, and God bless him. Real quick,
This
little
one right
picture.
here, I like this one.
Monet Davis.
I like
What do you
this
think
one.
about her?
Oh my gosh, God bless you, girl. First Little League female pitcher, player, period, on a Sports Illustrated cover.
Yep.
God bless you, girl.
Yeah, Little League World Series pitched first girl to throw a shutout, the sixth girl to get a hit in the
That girl
World
throws
Series.
like 70-something plus miles an
Yep.
hour.
And the first little leaguer to get front page attention, not the first girl, the first little leaguer.
Really? I thought it was the first girl.
Read that right there. The first.
Well, that's what's
little
true
leaguer.
wrong. I'm gonna have to research that. But if that's the truth,
I
that's
would have just made that up because I don't read the internet.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Wow.
You can't believe
and
everything
this is
you
the
read.
same dude.
Can't
that
believe
said
everything
the
you
Giants are
read.
not going, and Pittsburgh. Dios mío.
I believe more on my team than yours team.
Okay,
that's all. That's
great.
all.
And he doesn't believe that she's the first little leaguer ever to get a cover of SI.
I tell you what, if I
First
prove you wrong next week, that's the show.
Okay, but you're gonna have to. It's gonna take research, and you're gonna have to read
I
stuff.
just Google it.
And you haven't even done that yet. So you
I
don't even know
will.
that.
I didn't know
That's
that was-
how I found out. I just Googled it and I found it out.
All right, and I'll be here next week and saying sorry. Okay.
All right. Yes. I will say I'm sorry. Sorry because I got to deal with this
Shut
one hour and 20
the front
minutes.
door.
All right, so that's basically our show. We'll talk about local football next week. We have local football connection with Justin over here and just the rich history that we have in Monroe County with our local football teams. Great time of the year. We can talk about it next week. With that said,
Thank you. God bless.
good
Thanks
night.
for coming out.
We out. And Giants are going to the playoffs, baby.
Yeah. Okay. I got better off with playing it. You know what? The way Eli Manning played last year.